Welcome once again to our YouTube video series on succeeding in law school. My name is Christopher Neufeld of Neufeld Legal, and I'm a practicing lawyer. And in this video series, we're looking to help individuals like yourself get into law school, succeed in law school, and focus on becoming a successful professional after you leave law school. In this particular video, we're going to be talking about dealing with frustration and keeping yourself motivated. The challenge you'll find in law school is that even unlike university, you've come to the cream of the crop with respect to a certain intellectual disposition. Like-minded individuals, in many respects, who also have strong intellectual capacities as yourself, are likewise now brought together in the forum of the law school and are competing aggressively. So as you've gone through your whole schooling, through high school, through university, some people through graduate schools, you've constantly been rising above lesser students, let's say. But only the highest level students, typically in the humanities and various science aspects, do make it and qualify into law school. So you've eliminated a large portion of your former competitive base, and you're only dealing with the top level. We don't really want to call them elite, but in some respects they are the intellectual elite in a given area. So there are other people who have worked like yourself very hard, have a strong intellect, and have strong motivations and strong passions. So those are the people you're meeting with, that you're technically competing with. And you have to recognize this because it's very different from your other schooling, where you had individuals who are not necessarily at the same level as yourself. So instead, you're finding yourself with like-minded, higher level, elite type intellects competing with them. And this can very easily create a lot of frustration for people because now they are on a very close to even playing field with these individuals. And for even the slightest of rationales, you could find yourself feeling that you're sliding behind, especially if you are being marked on a curve. Now, in this respect, you should not allow yourself to get overwhelmed and frustrated. The fact of the matter is that you're in a very tight and narrow area. Yes, some people are going to naturally have exceptional memory capabilities, exceptional speaking abilities, are fortuitous in identifying the issues and keying off on what the professors are looking for, getting the right materials. But you should keep yourself focused on the fact that you're very close to them and you just got to keep on working hard to stay with them and motivated that if you can, attempt to exceed them on your next go round. Do not allow yourself to get frustrated. You have to remember that this is the training ground for the real world, which is the legal profession. And you're going to be competing with those very same individuals in the future, such that you need to recognize that this is the first step in real, hard, arduous competition. Be motivated by it. Be enthused by it. Be excited about it. Let your passions take precedence, not your frustrations, not your anxieties. Because if you thought it was difficult in law school, when you're dealing with real lives, it's going to be increasingly difficult in the real world. So you have to understand this rationale. Also, recognize that your success in the legal profession is going to be still very distinct from law school. Law school still is an academic medium that is attempting to train you in the basic aspects, the core fundamentals of theoretical law, largely. It is not even practical law. It is not necessarily at all times engagement-based. So even though certain individuals might be more prevalent in that area, unless they're looking to be academics, and unless they're looking to be court clerks who are aspiring to other written practices for the rest of their lives, they are not necessarily going to be having the traits necessary to succeed as a real world lawyer. And remember that. Keep that in the back of your mind, that real world lawyering is far more than simply being able to take a test, write it up in a short period of time, and hand it in and meet the criteria of your tester. And similarly, writing papers and making the papers appeal to one certain individual. The legal profession is far more than that. This is but one aspect, and the reason the law school is focused on these particular aspects, and they mark primarily on testing and paper submissions, is because it is the most easy, straightforward way to grade. It's a straightforward approach which allows for a consistent grading, and it doesn't necessarily take into account the realities of the real world. Yes, you might be able to get case studies, but case studies are heavily dependent upon how you deal with clients, how you interact with people, how you negotiate, how you research, how you secure new information. And a lot of stuff is going to be difficult to secure, difficult to attain. You're going to be dependent on others. It's a different world out there. Appreciate that. Recognize that. I know it's hard to place when you're in law school, but you do need to realize that. At the same time, remember, what you are as a lawyer in the future is going to be based in part on how you do in law school, but it is not going to be everything based on law school. So keep that as a reality check for yourself. Keep it as a motivation for yourself. That law school is but one aspect. It is a stepping stone. You're going to have to deal with many types of anxiety, many types of frustration, many types of challenges in your legal profession. So when you deal with it in law school, remember, it's just a precursor to what you're dealing in the real world. And when you're in the real world, you have to overcome it. So overcome it in law school. Learn to overcome it. Redouble your efforts. Refine your passion, your enthusiasm, and make it work to your advantage. It's challenging, yes. It's difficult, yes. But at the same time, remember, those who excel in law school are not necessarily those who are going to excel in the real world. They excel in the academia. They excel in writing court for judges, writing up papers. That is what they're excelling at that point in time. Yes, you might not be at that level, and if it's great if you are, but there are so many other factors that are going to come into play in your legal career. And it's going to enable you to move forward if you recognize that, get through law school, do the best that you can, but recognize that there's more to come, and it's going to be more diverse, more dynamic, and more interesting. So stay motivated, stay enthusiastic, stay passionate. Allow that passion to drive you to overcome the small setbacks and the hurdles that you face in law school, and keep on pushing forward. Because if you keep that passion, if you keep that enthusiasm, and you work hard, you will succeed in law school. And then when you get out to the professional world, you will take those traits, those tools, and they will be extremely beneficial to you. But then you will have to bring in a whole new set of tools. You'll have to learn a whole new set of skills and abilities that are going to be critical to you succeeding in the legal profession. Law school is just a stepping stone. Remember that. Embrace it and work forward from it. We wish you the best of luck in your legal career as you move forward through law school and beyond. We hope you like this video. Subscribe to our channel. Provide us with your comments, and we look forward to seeing you soon enough on this YouTube channel. Thank you.